So I'm here with Dr. Nyi, the Vice President of the Ambazonia Governing Council. So, sir, wonderful job. I've really seen firsthand how you work very hard with Dr. Larry. We have done a lot of job behind the doors, behind the scene, having meetings with the political head and everything. And this was a finale because you had to really talk to those minorities parliamentarians. It's democracy in its best. And what you have done in the private, we hope it is going to translate in the resolution of the parliament. So how is your feeling, and what are the chances that you're going to have what you're expecting from the parliament?
Thank you very much, Comrade Capo. Good afternoon, good day, good evening, good night, good morning, Ambazonians. We are here battling for you. Your diplomats are out there talking. We've had constructive discussions in the background. Today was the finale to come back to Parliament and talk to some of the nationalist groups that were still on the fence. Broadly, we understood ourselves. The Basque people are very entrepreneurial. The Basque people have a common history with Ambazonians. We will leave no stone unturned. The Basque people are very understanding of the humanitarian crisis, of our right to self-determination, and of the impunity, the massacre which is taking place in Cameroon, and they understand our resolve to end this once and for all and to look at the root causes of the issue. The Basque Parliament is open to us, especially the Foreign Affairs Committee, but you saw in audience the President of the Parliament was there herself, and she got first-hand information, and this is all due to the underground work. Most of the times what you see it's not what you get. We must have done a lot of hard work, a number of hours, and talking and convincing and fact-finding in the background in order to arrive at this. And I also say the Basque Country event is a prelude to more things to come. In less than a week's time, we will be at the European Parliament, and I'm calling on all goodwill Ambazonians. I'm calling on all nationalist movements. I'm calling on every one of you who is out there, who takes Ambazonian cause as a personal issue, who would stop at nothing, even if he was left alone on earth to fight for Ambazonia, to join us in Brussels or to contact me, and we put you in line. We need many more diplomats. I'll be happy not to be going for all of these missions alone. I would like to go to these missions with people like Comrade Capo that flew in from Hong Kong. I would like to go with most of you that are expertise in your different fields, because during the diplomatic missions, we don't only talk about the right to self-determination, but we have met with businesses as well. We've met with trade unions. We've met with the civil society here, and we've done lots of things that require different expertise as well.
Yeah, so I'm very, very happy. You know, I'm very thrilled. This is going to be historic if we actually have the right of self-determination expressed in the resolution that will be coming out. So that is going to be like our report card for Ambazonia. This is a wonderful job with the leadership of Dr. Abacho and the team led by Dr. Nyi. It's fabulous, and I want everybody to anticipate and wait for that resolution. It will be the first time in the history of Ambazonia where a parliament or a people, after our annexation and recolonization, that a parliament has expressed our right of self-determination expressly in a resolution, if we have what we are expecting. And I'm sure from the assurance and conversation with the party, I don't want us to call the name, that had actually invited us and is behind all the magic we are seeing today, we are going to have that expressed in that resolution.
Indeed. I'm very optimistic. I've always been an optimistic guy, but the assurances that we get from the background, you know, these things go through lots of channels, and I am pretty sure and I'm pretty confident that the resolution would be hitting La Republique hard and projecting our cause. But maybe I should let the cat out of the bag. It's not just the resolution in itself. There are other things. Basque would be the first country to recognize refugees from Ambazonia. So that is one of the things we have negotiated. The workings of that still needs to be done, but they have accepted in principle to offer that. And considering that Basque is in the European Union, it will be valid all over. That's a plus. There are other things that we have negotiated in the background, but the major thing, I will be talking about this as in the coming days. But the major thing is this resolution to find out, it will be the first country to adopt a resolution in their parliament to support the self-determination cause of Ambazonia, but to also condemn the impunity by which Cameroon is imposing on its conducting its colonization in Ambazonia. Sorry.
Yeah, and that is going to also arm they have about 2 parliamentarians in the European Parliament. It's going to be an ammunition for them as well to use as a tool in diplomacy to push our agenda for a root cause solution of self-determination for independence for Ambazonia within the European Parliament. It goes very far, so congratulations, Dr. Nyi. I'm very proud of you. I'm sure Ambazonians are very proud of your leadership in all this. So.
Exactly. They are members of the Christian Democrats and the Social Democrats. Remember, the European Parliament is made up of blocks. So when parliamentarians come from different countries, they regroup themselves into blocks. So the 2 parliamentarians that they have here have good working relationships with the Social Democrats and the Christian Democrats in the European Parliament. And they control the biggest block in the European Parliament. So it will be easier for us. Some of these things, they work underground. Take, for instance, before you host a World Cup, you have to do lots of diplomacy. Why people might think, where are the fruits? You have to work. You have to do your homework. You have to knock the doors and do all this background working before the final day. We will be seeing lots of this going forward. We are working in the background. We don't want to let the cat out of the bag, not only with the Basque Country, but lots of different countries across or on both sides of the Atlantic, and we will see the results. Diplomacy is a very slow process. Sometimes this process can make you to feel as if nothing is working. No, the diplomatic wheels turn, but at snail pace. So we should be patient. The results will be there for everyone to see and evaluate for themselves. Ambazonians, you need to take your destiny into your own hands.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Capo.
Yeah, before you want to go, I want to talk, say, for all my way we live a country, say, we don't get a very big, successful diplomatic mission led by Dr. Nyi, the Vice President of Ambazonia Governing Council. They don't push our issue with the support we get and their international partner for the Basque Country. Say me for their parliament, for the first time they will put a resolution where it will contain the Ambazonia people their right of self-determination inside, when that right where they take and go get independence. So Dr. Nyi, wait to get our talk about all what put in there for village where they listen for you now.
Stay hopeful, stay your course. The right to self-determination is enshrined in international law. You should remain hopeful. We have also discussed about humanitarian assistance. We will be talking more on that and how that is going to be rolled out. So people on the ground know we are working for you. We are also trying to convince businesses not to invest in Cameroon, to discourage their own peers from investing in Cameroon. I think this is the starting of the breakthrough of the diplomatic contenderhood and internationalization of our struggle. Is not a domestic affair. We were a nation. We had been a nation before we were manipulated into some subjugation, into some molestation, killings, targeted disappearances, and remain hopeful and stand your ground. La Republique is no stronger than Ambazonia. It is very disheartening to be controlled by a weaker partner that we offered them asylum in the 1950s, in the 1960s, and by some form of manipulation, they turn around to think that they can become masters. This generation says no, never, it will never happen. We will stop that colonization train as from this year. We will stop it in Ambazonia. Thank you so
very
much.
much.
Yeah.